Illinois firearm laws. Stick around until the end, where I'll share some of the most controversial changes proposed for 2025. Trust me, you'll want to be prepared because these could affect your rights directly. Firearm ownership requirements. Let's start with the basics. In Illinois, all firearm owners must possess a valid firearm owner's identification card. This applies to purchasing, possessing, or transferring firearms and ammunition. Applicants for a FOID card must be at least 21 years old or have written consent from a parent or guardian if they are 18 to 20 years old. Background checks are mandatory for obtaining the FOID, ensuring compliance with state and federal disqualifiers. Waiting period for purchases. Illinois enforces a 72-hour waiting period for all firearm purchases. This applies to both handguns and long guns. The waiting period is designed to provide a cooling-off window to prevent impulsive acts of violence. Whether you're buying for sport, hunting, or self-defense, plan ahead to account for this waiting period. Red flag law. Illinois has a firearms restraining order, FRO, a type of red flag law allowing family members or law enforcement to petition courts to temporarily remove firearms from someone deemed a danger to themselves or others. While intended for safety, critics argue it could be misused in personal disputes, potentially leading to firearm owners being disarmed without due process. Responsible use of this law remains a hotly debated issue. Assault weapons ban. Illinois implemented an assault weapons ban in 2023, prohibiting the sale, purchase, and manufacture of certain firearms categorized as assault weapons. Existing owners were required to register their firearms with the Illinois State Police by January 1, 2024. This law also bans high-capacity magazines, limiting them to 10 rounds for long guns and 15 rounds for handguns. Violations could result in steep fines and criminal charges. Concealed carry requirements. Illinois is a shall-issue state for concealed carry permits. Applicants must be at least 21 years old, complete 16 hours of state-approved training, and pass both a written exam and a live-fire qualification. The training covers firearm safety, state laws, and conflict de-escalation. Concealed carry is not permitted in specific locations such as schools, government buildings, and certain private properties that post no firearms signs. Local regulations. Illinois allows local governments to implement stricter firearm regulations than the state. For instance, Chicago and Cook County have bans on certain firearms and ammunition types that are legal elsewhere in the state. If you live or travel through Illinois, knowing and respecting local ordinances is essential to avoid legal trouble. Reporting lost or stolen firearms. Illinois requires firearm owners to report lost or stolen firearms to local law enforcement within 48 hours of discovering the loss. Failing to do so can result in fines or criminal penalties. This law aims to reduce the circulation of stolen guns used in crimes and helps in their recovery. Safe storage laws. Illinois requires firearm owners to securely store firearms to prevent access by minors under 14 years old. Non-compliance could lead to criminal charges, especially if the firearm is used to cause harm. Using safes, trigger locks, or other secure storage options is not only a legal requirement, but also a key aspect of responsible ownership. Upcoming changes in 2025. Now let's talk about what's coming in 2025. Illinois lawmakers are debating several proposals that could drastically alter the state's gun laws. Mandatory insurance for firearm owners, which could significantly increase the cost of ownership. Expanded FOID requirements, including stricter background checks and mental health evaluations. Increased penalties for unregistered firearms, including felony charges for non-compliance. These proposals are still in discussion, but they could lead to sweeping changes. If you're an Illinois gun owner, it's vital to stay informed and involved in these debates. Illinois has some of the most complex and restrictive firearm laws in the nation. From FOID cards to local regulations and waiting periods, knowing the rules helps ensure your safety and legal security. If you found this guide helpful, make sure to subscribe and visit relaxfittactical.com for concealed carry gear designed for responsible gun owners. Thanks for tuning in, and until next time, stay safe and stay informed.